It's the Hatening. It's Hoop. It's me again. Thank you guys for tuning back in. I want to talk about something today that I might have talked about before, and if I have, I apologize for the repeat episode, but whatever. We've been doing a lot of these, and here we are. I want to talk about like tattoos and stuff. And it surprises people when I tell them that I don't have any tattoos. I have absolutely zero tattoos. Like my dad has tattoos. His buddies all have tattoos. Almost all my friends have tattoos. You know, either it's music stuff, like drugs people I used to hang out with back in the day, like, you know, and now obviously it's like hip and cool to have tattoos and blah, blah, blah. And like everyone gets tattoos all the time. I just don't have any, man. I really don't. And there's no real like principled reason for it. I will jokingly say it's because I want to get into heaven as to why I don't have any tattoos. But like, if I'm being honest, like anytime the situation would present itself for me to get a tattoo, I never knew what I wanted. And anytime I had an idea of a tattoo that I did want, I didn't really have a way to get one conveniently, right? And let's be honest, tattoos are fucking expensive and I'm fucking poor. So I don't really have an extra couple $100 laying around to get a fucking tattoo. That being said, I have a lot of very close friends who are tattoo artists, and I know that I could probably get one for cheap and or free, but I don't want to exploit my friends' labor because they deserve to be compensated, and it would be shitty if I just expected to get like a bunch of shit done for free. Like, I don't want to fucking put them out. Like, I don't want to deal with that bullshit. But yeah, no, I just don't have any fucking tattoos, man. And like, tattoos are cool. Like, they're pretty, they're fun. Like, I have a lot of friends that have really stupid tattoos and stupid stick and pokes. They're cool, you know, like they're funny. Like, I don't know, like I don't really give a shit about them. And I think it's because like I grew up with like family members having tattoos. So it was never like this shocking, like counterculture-y, like edgy thing. It's just like, oh yeah, like, I don't know. Sometimes you just get something drawn on you and it looks like it kind of hurts and it never gets taken off. Like, it's never really been that cool or special to where it either was like stigmatized, so I'll get it out of defiance, or it's like this cool, artistic, meaningful expression. It's always just been like, oh yeah, it's just like a thing that people have and a thing that people do, and like that's fine. You know, like I have friends that have like fucking like the face tattoos and the neck tattoos and shit, and it's like, yeah, man, I mean, do your thing. Like, I think that's kind of funny that you decide to get that on your fucking face, but whatever. Like, it looks cool, and like if you're down with it, and you know the people who you spend more time with than me are down with it, then like, fuck yeah, man, that rules. But yeah, no, I just always find it very funny dealing with tattooed people, because you know, growing up, like, there definitely was like a sense that like tattooed individuals were like a minority, and now I think it may have shifted, at least like socially, like the groups that I run around in. Like, I'm normally one of the only people, if not the only person, that doesn't have any tattoos. And so like that's kind of funny, but it also isn't like a thing that I take enough pride in and think is interesting enough to be like a motivating factor for me to continue to not have tattoos. Like, I'm not holding like I don't have a principled stance with it. Like, I mean, I will say that like I'm not really too excited about the prospect of like the pain that I've heard from tattoos. And also, like, even though I was a junkie and did shoot up, like, I don't like needles, so like that kind of is one of those things where it's like, I don't know, like I think I'm fine. But that being said, if like a situation came up where like I could get a tattoo for cheap or free, or if it's like a group tattoo thing or like a fun whatever, a commemorative thing, like like spur of the moment funny, I'm not like blanket opposed to it. Like, I'm really not. Like, there was a time when I was younger that I didn't want to get any tattoos because I didn't want to deal with the bullshit that like my grandmother and my mother would give me. If I'm being completely honest, and I know I'm not alone in that sentiment, like, I would never want to be someone, and I know tons of people like this who like hide their tattoos, right? Either from work or from their family or from whatever. And it's like, I don't ever want to do that. That's fucking stupid. And like, my grandmother didn't like tattoos, but also like she loved me. So it's like, I knew it would never really be an issue. I just didn't want to fucking have that be the only thing anyone wants to fucking talk about on that side of the family when I see them, because that's how they are. it's not a character like flaw, but that's just like how it is. You know, I've always like the weird one. And so it's like just one more thing for them to tell me I'm weird for, you know what I mean? Now that my grandma's passed away, like my mom is a little more chill with that stuff. And I don't really think she would even say anything anyway, because I'm like a 30-something-year-old dude. But you know, it's just like, I never wanted to deal with like the fake panic that people have with tattoos, because I never wanted anything strong enough to basically be like, oh, I will get bitched at for, you know, a year if I get this like sick tattoo on my forearm, but I want it bad enough to like deal with that. Like, it was like nothing was ever really worth it. I just wanted to be like left alone. And then when my friends started like getting into tattooing and stuff, it was kind of like, well, I don't trust you guys because you just started, so I'm not going to have your second tattoo ever be on my fucking hand, you know, on my fucking leg. Like, no thank you. And also, stick and pokes seem like they hurt way too much and they don't look good. I don't give a shit. They don't look good. But now, like, I have people who are like professional tattoo artists in my life, people who make a lot of money, who are very successful in the tattoo world. And it's, you know, I'm down. It's just like the opportunity has never really presented itself. Again, I don't have like good tattoo artist money. And honestly, if I'm being completely fair, I don't even know how I would go about getting a tattoo at this point, because I have so many people in my life who have claimed theoretical dibs on my first tattoo, because it is such like a rare occurrence to be in my scenes and my circles and not have one. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You know, I have a very good idea who my first tattoo will be by from one of my friends. But I know there's going to be other people who are going to be either, you know, like jokingly or maybe even legitimately upset that like they weren't the first person to give me a tattoo, or I didn't get a matching tattoo with them, or, you know, like all these different things, to where it's like, it's just easiest for me if I just don't fucking deal with it. Oh, it is really funny. I was with a girl once, and when things went south, as they always do, she brought up me not liking her tattoos. And I have never said that. And that wasn't true, you know? I just don't really give a shit about them one way or another. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so desensitized to them. It's just like not like a interesting thing that people have on their body for me, you know? Like, you could have 2 tattoos, you could have full body sleeve bullshit blackout bands. I don't like, it's just like, okay, like I don't even really notice it. But this girl legitimately thought that I was turned off or didn't like her tattoos, and so then like she twisted that around to then like she was mad at, you know how it is when you're with somebody and you fight for no fucking reason. But yeah, that was one of the mitigating factors in that particular argument, was that she was convinced that I didn't like her tattoos and just wasn't saying anything, and that's why I was mad at her or something. You know what I mean? It was like that bullshit. And literally it was because, and she told me it was because I hadn't like specifically pointed out tattoos that she had and was like, I like that. That's cool to me, you know? I'll never understand that logic in my entire life. I will never understand why, like, you would expect someone to be like, oh, hey, it's cool that I get to see you naked. Also, do you want to just like stop what we're doing and talk for 5 minutes about this tattoo of like a spoon that I have on the back of my knee? You think that that's really cool? Tell me that you think that this tattoo of like 3 wavy lines on my foot that I got in fucking art school college is like really sick, please. Will you please do that for me? I don't know. I think tattoos are fine. I think they can be fun. They obviously can mean everything or nothing. It's never interested me, man. It just really hasn't. Like, I could go either way, but I really do think once I start, I'll have to exercise some self-control, because I feel like the floodgates are just going to burst open with like, oh, okay, you have a tattoo gun. Like, I think now in my life, it'd be like, oh, I don't care anymore once I have like one. And so it's like, fine, just fill up my arm. I don't fucking care. Fill up my leg. I don't give a shit. It's like, don't touch my fucking face or my neck. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, but I don't know. It's just funny. Tattoos are funny. It's weird that people care about them. like old people who think it's gross. When I worked at the symphony, one of the very high level donors tried to get somebody fired because they were wearing a t-shirt that had some of their tattoos exposed. And the woman said, and I quote, "I don't donate this much money, so I'm forced to look at your disgusting tattoos." It's pretty sick. People can be fucking crazy. But yeah, we're done. If you like the show, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Force them to do the same, please. Andrew and I really appreciate you guys listening. It's pretty cool that we can still do this. But yeah, take care of yourself and the people around you, and don't forget to tell your friends that you love them.